Whoa, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. All right, it's the weekend review. Here we are again. All right, first of all, I want to start off with the death of the RT reporter Shifa Gardi. I'm pretty sure she was RT reporter. She was killed in a blast in Mosul. Why she's interesting and important is because according to this website I've been checking out, it's called George Webb. I put the links down below. You got to get with George Webb and what he's doing on YouTube. He's putting it all together about the New World Order, dark, deep state reality. But anyway, Shifa Gardi was killed in Mosul. Apparently she was on her way to check out some mass grave in Mosul, where what she's been investigating is the fact that the ISIS in Syria and in Iraq there in Mosul has been using human shields to be killed during the operations, and then their children are being kept by the ISIS and they are being shipped off for child trafficking. But also what's going on with the dead bodies is they're being harvested for their organs. So ISIS is funding their operation by selling children and harvesting organs. There's a giant worldwide conspiracy with harvesting organs. They're doing it in China, but apparently this is going on in Aleppo too with the white hat guys. But anyway, Shifa Gardi apparently was getting real close to finding a mass grave where all the bodies had their internal organs removed, because this is a big deal. And if you follow George Webb and if you go to his YouTube channel, he puts it all in the most dumb, simple way you've ever seen. So go to his channel, subscribe. It's all about the deep state and what's going on with the missing children, the organ harvesting, and the Satanism and all of this stuff, because it is part of a worldwide organization. And that gets me to my second story here, the Women's March. There's going to be another Women's March on March 8th, but the leader of this Women's March her name is Rosman Yosef Odin, and she was convicted in the 1970s of killing 2 students in Israel with a bombing attack. Why that's interesting is because at the first Women's March on January 21st, one of the main speakers there was Donna Hilton, who was a convicted murderer for torturing a 62-year-old white man. She served time for it. She tortured this dude to death. How radical is that? I got a theme going on here. So, and then I wanted, my third article here is about the banksters. In Spain, they prosecuted 65 banksters and convicted them for some time. They're going to jail, these guys over there in Spain, dude, because they're breaking up the corruption. That was this week. That's great news. Apparently we can't do that here in the United States because it's so corrupt. And then I'm going to move on to my fourth story here in a minute, but I'm going to bring the first 3 together. So why was Shifa Gardi looking into this thing about human shields and their organs being taken? That's radical. That's bad news. But see, it's manifesting in our consciousness because the leaders of these women's marches are murderers. That's not even debatable. I have links down below. There's a New York Post article, and I forget where I get the Donna Hilton article, but there's a link down below that just gives the basics about it. Because there's an agenda going on here that's being run by really dark, evil people. But most people are so caught in this right-left paradigm, and they're so focused on like Trump's a bad dude. They're missing the whole picture of what's going on here, man. This is a real deep war against good and evil going on, and it's going on a global level. And that's why the banksters needed to get convicted, because the banksters are all part of this satanic pedophilia, body organ transferring thing. But what's interesting is truth will always show itself. And that gets me to my fourth story here, which was the Oscars. I didn't watch the Oscars. I could care less about the Oscars, but the truth will always show itself. And why I thought it was interesting is because most of Hollywood is a bunch of scumbags. That's just the way it is. They're not our friends, man. They're a bunch of evil, satanic pedophiles, man, right? And they have the nerve to sit there during the Oscars and slam the United States, basically the whole length of the Oscars. Now you understand that Hollywood's the big LGBTQ and social equality and we all must get along people and Trump's an evil dude and Trump's an evil dude. And yet they blow it for the first truly humane black movie to win the Best Picture Oscar about a gay dude coming of age. Ironic, but see, that's the truth behind Hollywood. And I thought what also was interesting about the Oscars was that Casey Affleck got Best Actor, but yet he's been accused repeatedly in the last couple years of sexually assaulting women. Is there a problem in Hollywood? Yeah, they're part of the problem. They are evil people promoting an agenda, dude. And they're the same people that are promoting these marches being run by convicted murderers. The same people that are involved with the banksters, the same people involved with what's going on with that this Shifa Gardi was investigating in Mosul. And that brings me around to the final story, the Trump speech, right? The big deal, it's the Trump speech. I'm not a big guy about speeches, man. You can say anything you want, man. You can really say anything you want, and actions speak louder than words, right? So I don't really put a lot of weight in the speeches, man. Though, you know, Trump's a pretty good orator, dude. I'll give him that, man. He got up there and kind of laid it out. But what I thought was real interesting about the speech was, again, the Democrats in white refusing to applaud the fallen soldier and his widow who was there. Look, man, I get not applauding for Trump's agenda, dude, and sitting on your hands because of his agenda thing. But when it comes to a fallen human being, you get up and you show respect, man. And they didn't. You know why? Because their hearts are so black, they are so evil, and they are so part of this agenda to make all of us slaves that it reveals themselves. Because the truth wants to come out. Why do you think they're all wearing white? Because they are full-on liars, dude. So go look at that, man. There it is all the same characters, man, showing their true colors, man. Because if they were really like good at being evil people, they would have gotten up and just applauded that stuff, but they can't because they're not truly that good, because they're minions of the true big evil New World Order, and they refuse to get up and clap for fallen soldiers. That's just a respect issue, man. That's not whether you're pro-war or against war, man. There's a widow who just lost her husband. You just get up and show her respect. And then you have, but again, the truth will reveal itself. Michael Moore, what kind of a scumbag is Michael Moore? Like, how did, all right, this is my thing, like, and I'm not right or left, man. I'm just a dude. I want that always to be clear. I'm just a dude. But Michael Moore is supposedly representing this other paradigm. If Donald Trump's representing this one paradigm, Michael Moore is a representative of this other paradigm. Dude, talk about the world's worst representative for your issue, Michael Moore. Who else do you got? Rosie O'Donnell? You've got Glenn Beck. Dude, and the hottest, and this was going on this week too, is the left suddenly is hyping George Bush because he's anti-Donald Trump. Dude, does anyone smell hypocrisy? The left, dude, the George Bush, the guy, 9/11, the Patriot Act, wars, dude, the uranium, the whole thing, let's go bomb and destroy Iraq. Suddenly he's a hero because he doesn't like Donald Trump. Look, there's a common denominator with every one of these stories I just laid out here, with everything that's going on. We're getting played, man. We were getting played by a bunch of evil, evil human beings, dude. And it was once again prevalent and up front and in your face if you were paying attention, and you begin to just look at things from an objective perspective and see the common denominator, man. There are some bad, bad people, and their time is up, and they're afraid because they're going down, dude. And that's, here we are, man. 10 minutes of just linking it together. That's the weekend review. Links are down below. Go check it out. And the link I put down below for the Oscars is an article by Cosmopolitan, which I thought was really interesting because it's all about just how the Oscars blew it so hard with the first time they had a black flick come up. You know, because they make such a big deal about it, man. I'm sure it's a great flick, man. I appreciate a good movie. I don't really get too jammed up about that kind of subject matter. If it's a great flick, it's a great flick. Just like if it's good music, it's good music. Anyway, this is The Illusion Weekend Review. Links down below. Don't forget to subscribe. George Webb, subscribe to his channel. And there you go. It's The Illusion. Out.